Hello everyone, my name is Daniel. Welcome back to Wright. Again, I know I say that at the beginning of every single video, but it's kind of catchy and I'm used to saying it. So today we are going to kind of do a little once over on the Canon T6i. I've had this camera roughly about 6 or 7 months, so I guess you could consider this a 6-month review. Aside from any of my smaller things that I use to film with, like action cameras or my phone, this has been my main camera for all of my YouTube videos. I don't just do YouTube videos though. I do go take photo shoots and I do different things with cameras as far as photography and videography and things like that. So as far as a camera goes, this DSLR is amazing to me. One of the most important things to realize when you're looking at a camera is features. Do you want it to have interchangeable lenses? Do you want it to have a front-facing... Whoa, I knocked that off real good. You have to look at what you want in a camera before you even start looking. For me, one of the main things that I wanted originally, I didn't want to go mirrorless because at the time that was kind of a semi-new market. Little did I know mirrorless was going to explode into higher quality stuff. Sydney, if you're watching this, you told me so. But originally I wanted to get a DSLR because of the selection of interchangeable lenses that they already have. Because as you know, YouTubers, especially with people who are looking to get a little bit more creative, I know that a lot of my videos are sit-down vlogs or tech reviews or unboxings because that is something that I wanted to build my channel upon. I wanted those to be my strong suits. I needed something that you were going to be able to take off the lens and put something different on, like maybe a wide-angle lens. So one of the things that I also got was the 10 to 18 millimeter ultra-wide-angle lens for this camera. Not only did that allow me to get more of a space to cover, but I was doing some research as far as why my audio quality was not the best at the time, because it wasn't. Like, I couldn't figure out what the problem was or what I needed to work on. I slowly learned that a wide-angle lens is going to allow you to put the camera right up to your face without it looking like you're right up to your face. It still looked like you were sitting way back there, but you were talking directly into the mic that was on top of the camera, which gave you amazing audio without you being in an awkward personal space with your audience. And on a photography level, shooting scenic shots with a wide-angle lens is the best way to go because it's going to give you that landscape range. It's going to give you you can get more than one mountain, or if you wanted to get some fountain or something like that, that's the main thing that you needed to use on. And while we're on that note, the kit lens, the 18 to 55 milliliter lens that comes with this is good for focusing in on objects. So when I was making my videos, I would use this to focus in as much as I possibly could and zoom it in and get the best clarity for thumbnails and things like that that I would want to use. Another feature that I really wanted to have in a DSLR camera, aside from those, is the flip out screen that you can use when you're doing your videos. Now, this is going to allow you to set this on top of a tripod and you're going to be able to watch the screen and see yourself while you are doing things to make sure you're in focus, to make sure what you have in your hand is focusing and the people are going to be able to look at the object. You're going to want to have that power, especially with the DSLR. But one of the things that's really important for you to remember is, and you know, I'm guilty of it too, and sometimes I kick myself in the head because I know what I'm supposed to be doing and I do it wrong anyway, but I'm looking at my screen monitor that I've plugged into my camera. You can tell when I'm doing this. I'm looking straight at you right now. There's a huge difference, and if you want to connect with your audience, you really need to avoid this. This allows you to be able to do that. I just got a text message in case you didn't know. But this allows you to be able to flip your screen out and see what you're doing, but it's really important that you don't baby that, because you need to stare straight at the lens. You need to look at the people you're talking to. So that's something that you really want to have as a feature for a beginning YouTuber, so you know what you're doing, but you need to make sure that you don't baby it. Now, something else that I wanted in a DSLR was a wide variety of buttons and customizable settings that you can look at and change and move. And you know, it's a really good feeling when you know exactly what button does on every single part of the camera, and you can use them quickly to change like white balance or shutter speed, or you know, switch over to focusing on something more in depth, or if you want to like hit the button really fast to switch over to your viewfinder. Things like that is not only going to save you time, but once you learn to master those, which I have yet to do, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect, but once you learn to master those, you're going to be much better at your job, or you're going to be much better at taking photos or videos or YouTubing. With that being said, there are some things that I don't like about this camera that I'm going to tell you. You kind of can't get around this, but if you look and see, the hot shoe is here. That's where I put my external mics. But when you go to plug in your mic, it's in a close enough spot for you to plug it in. But the problem with that is you put your mic here, plug it in. When you flip your screen open to do it, you're not going to be able to flip it because the mic is plugged in. So you have to learn how to flip it and get all of your settings fixed before you even plug in your mic. And another thing that bothers me about that for your camera is once you plug that in, it cuts off a good portion of your screen for you to be able to see. So you can see what's in focus and you can see what you need to see. It serves its purpose. But if I have a decent sized screen real estate to see myself, that's what I'm gonna want. That's what I'm gonna want to use. So that's something that extremely bothers me about this camera. Alright, you guys, I love all of you. If you have any questions for me regarding this camera or any other camera, I will get you an answer, I promise. So be sure to put that in the comments below. I will put links to this and all of the other gear that I used to film with in the comment below as well. I'll check my comments. I will answer to you, I promise. Be sure to like this video because, you know, that's what I want you to do here. Subscribe to my channel here. Also, check out these videos because I would like to think that they're awesome. And I will see you guys in the next one. I love all of you. Bye.